Hey you, come on in. Don't be shy now. Close the door behind you. Yeah, just like that. Welcome to the studio. I'm Lily, and you already know that, don't you? You've listened to the podcast before, maybe more than once. I can tell by the way you looked when you walked in. That little flicker of recognition, like you've heard my voice in your headphones late at night. It's okay, I don't mind. Actually, I kind of like it. So, you're tonight's guest. My producer set this up, said you'd be interesting, said you had stories worth digging into. And I have to admit, I've been curious about you. Come sit down, right there, across from me. Yeah, that's perfect. See this microphone between us? Once I hit record, everything you say goes out to thousands of listeners. Every hesitation, every nervous laugh, every secret you try to keep buried. They'll hear it all. But we're not recording yet, so you can relax, for now. Let me get you set up with headphones. Here, let me adjust them for you. There we go. Can you hear me okay? Good. Now, this is how it's going to work. I ask questions, you answer them. Simple enough, right? Except I'm not really known for asking simple questions. My listeners, they tune in because I don't let people hide behind polite answers. I dig, I push, I find the things people don't want to talk about, and I make them talk about it anyway. It's kind of my thing. And tonight, with you, I'm planning to dig especially deep. Are you nervous? You look nervous. Your hands are fidgeting. You keep glancing at the microphone like it might bite you. Don't worry, the mic won't hurt you. Me, on the other hand, I make no promises. Okay, let me just check the levels here. Say something for me. Anything. Good, good. Your voice sounds nice through the mic, actually. Warm, a little shaky, but warm. All right, I think we're ready. You ready? That wasn't very convincing, but I'll take it. Let's begin. Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Unfiltered with Lily, the podcast where we skip the surface and go straight to the truth. Tonight, I have a very special guest with me, someone who's been, let's say, on my radar for a while now. Welcome to the show. So let's start with something easy. Tell my listeners, who are you? What do you do? What's the story you usually tell people when they ask about your life? Go ahead, I'm listening. Okay. That's the rehearsed version, isn't it? I can tell. You've said that exact sentence before, probably at parties, or on first dates, or whenever someone asks and you want to give them just enough to sound interesting without actually revealing anything real. I'm right, aren't I? See, that's the problem with most interviews. People come prepared. They have their talking points, their safe stories, the version of themselves they want the world to see. But that's not what this show is about. I don't want the version you've polished for public consumption. I want the messy parts, the contradictions, the things you don't say out loud. So let's try again. Who are you really? Take your time. I can wait. There, that's better. I can hear it now, that little crack in your voice, like you're letting something slip through. You know what I've noticed about you already? Just in the few minutes we've been sitting here? You avoid eye contact when you're thinking. You look down or to the side, anywhere but directly at me. And when you do look at me, it's quick, like you're checking to see if I'm still paying attention, or maybe checking to see if I've caught on to something you're trying to hide. Which is it? Are you afraid I'm not listening, or afraid that I am? It's okay. You don't have to answer that one out loud. Not yet, anyway. Let's talk about why you're here. My producer told me you agreed to this interview pretty quickly. Didn't ask many questions. Didn't negotiate. That's unusual. Most people want to know what I'm going to ask beforehand. They want control, boundaries, safe topics. But you just said yes. Why? What made you so willing to sit across from me and let me pick you apart on a live recording? Oh, that's an interesting answer. So you're telling me you're just curious? You wanted to see what it would be like? You're either very brave or very reckless. Maybe both. You know what I think? I think you came here because part of you wants to be seen. Really seen. Not the polished version you show everyone else, but the real you. The you that you keep locked away because you're not sure how people would react if they knew. Am I close? Your face just gave you away. You don't have to say anything. I can see it. All right, let's dig a little deeper. Tell me about your secrets. Not the big, obvious ones. I'll get to those later. I'm talking about the small ones, the things you think don't matter, but they do. Like, what do you do when no one's watching? What's the habit you'd be embarrassed to admit? The guilty pleasure you keep hidden? Come on, everyone has something. There it is again, that hesitation. You're weighing whether or not to tell me the truth, wondering if it's too personal, too revealing. It probably is, but you're going to tell me anyway, aren't you? See, I knew you would. That's actually kind of sweet and a little pathetic, but mostly sweet. Here's the thing about secrets. Once you start sharing them, it gets easier. The first one is always the hardest. After that, they just start spilling out, and I'm very good at making people spill. So let's keep going. Tell me about your relationships, not the surface stuff. I don't care about your dating history or your relationship status. I want to know, what do you really want? When you're alone at night and you let yourself imagine what it would feel like to be truly known by someone, what does that look like? What kind of person do you want to let in? You're blushing. I can see it. Even in this dim lighting, your cheeks are turning pink. That means I'm getting close to something, doesn't it? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. I can work with that. So, you want someone who pays attention, someone who notices the little things, someone who doesn't let you hide. That's what you just described, even if you didn't realize it. And let me guess, you've never really had that, have you? You've had people who liked the idea of you, people who were attracted to the surface, but no one who really looked. That's why you're here, isn't it? Because I look. I'm looking right now, and you can't handle it. All right, let's take a quick break. I need to adjust something with the equipment. Okay, mics are off. You doing okay? You look a little overwhelmed. It's fine. Most people feel that way their first time on the show. It's intense, I know. Here, have some water. You know, you're more interesting than I expected. When my producer first suggested you as a guest, I wasn't sure. I thought you'd be too guarded, too careful. But you're not. You're trying to be, but you're not very good at it. And I kind of love that. Can I tell you something, off the record? I've been watching you for a while now. Not in a creepy way, just noticing you. We've crossed paths before, at events, through mutual friends, and every time you caught my attention. There's something about you, something I couldn't figure out from a distance. That's why I pushed my producer to book you. I wanted to sit across from you like this. I wanted to see what would happen if I really pressed. And now that you're here, I'm realizing I was right to be curious. You're looking at me differently now. What, you thought this was just a random interview? You thought I picked guests at random? Oh, sweetie, no. Every person who sits in that chair, I chose them for a reason. And you? I chose you because I wanted to know your secrets. Not for the podcast, not for the listeners, for me. Does that scare you? It should. All right, break's over. Let's get back to it. Welcome back, everyone. We're here with our guest, and things are about to get even more interesting. So, where were we? Oh, right. We were talking about what you want, what you're looking for. But I think I want to flip the question now. Tell me, what are you afraid of? Not the obvious stuff like spiders or heights or public speaking. I'm talking about the deep fears, the ones that keep you awake at night when you can't distract yourself anymore. What terrifies you? There it is, that look. You weren't expecting me to ask that, were you? You can take your time. I know it's a hard question, but I really want to know. Okay. Thank you for that. So you're afraid of being forgotten, of not mattering, of going through life and never making a real impact on anyone. That's heavier than I expected, but also really honest. I appreciate that. And if I'm being honest, I think a lot of people feel that way. They just don't say it out loud. But you did. You just told thousands of listeners your deepest fear. How does that feel? You know what's interesting to me? You're afraid of not mattering, but you also hide yourself. You keep people at arm's length. You don't let them see the real you. So how are you supposed to matter to someone if you never let them in? I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just pointing out the contradiction. You want to be seen, but you're terrified of being seen. You want to matter, but you won't let yourself be vulnerable enough to actually matter to anyone. Am I wrong? Yeah, I didn't think so. Here's the thing. I get it. I really do, because I'm the same way. I hide behind this microphone, behind this persona of the confident podcast host who has all the answers and never hesitates. But the truth is, I'm just as scared as you are. I'm scared of letting people in, scared of being vulnerable, scared that if I show someone the real me, they'll decide I'm not worth the effort. So I push people away before they can get too close. I tease them, I provoke them, I make them uncomfortable, because if they leave, at least I can tell myself it was on my terms. Why am I telling you this? Good question. Maybe because you were honest with me. So I figure I owe you the same. Or maybe I'm tired of pretending, especially with you. You want to know the real reason I wanted you on this show? It's because I've been thinking about you a lot, more than I should, and I couldn't figure out why. You're not the most successful person I could interview. You're not famous. You're not even particularly charismatic in a traditional sense. But there's something about you that I can't let go of. Maybe it's because I see myself in you. The fear, the hiding, the desperate hope that someone will see past all of it and decide you're worth knowing anyway. Or maybe I just like you. And I wanted an excuse to sit across from you and talk. Really talk. Your face is bright red right now, by the way. It's actually kind of adorable. I know this is probably a lot to process. We're still recording. My listeners are hearing all of this. And I just admitted that I brought you here because I have a thing for you. But I'm done pretending this is just an interview, because it's not. It never was. This is me trying to figure out if you feel it too. The connection, the pull. Do you? You don't have to answer that on mic if you don't want to. We can end the recording here, call it a wrap. And then we can talk. Just the two of us. What do you say? Okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, everyone, that's where we're going to leave things tonight. Thank you for tuning in. And to our guest, thank you for being so open and honest with me. I think we all learned something tonight. This is Lily, signing off. Okay, we're officially off the air now. So, that happened. Are you okay? I know I kind of threw you into the deep end there, but you handled it better than I expected. Most people would have panicked or walked out, but you stayed. You answered my questions. You let me see you. And then I went and made it even weirder by admitting I like you. Yeah, that was probably not my smoothest moment. But I meant it, every word. I've been thinking about you, wondering about you, trying to figure out what it is that makes me want to know everything about you. And now that you're here, now that I've actually talked to you, I like you even more. Which is inconvenient, because I'm not supposed to like my guests. I'm supposed to stay professional, detached. But clearly, I'm terrible at that. So here's what I'm thinking. We can do one of two things. Option 1, we pretend this never happened. You leave, I never contact you again. We go back to being strangers who occasionally cross paths and awkwardly avoid eye contact. Or, option 2, we see where this goes. We grab a drink. We talk more. We figure out if this connection is real or if it's just the adrenaline of a weird interview. What do you think? Yeah? You want to try option 2? Okay, good, because I was really hoping you'd say that. Although, I have to warn you, I'm kind of a lot. I'm intense. I ask too many questions. I don't know how to be casual about anything. And if we do this, if we actually try this, I'm going to want to know everything about you. Every secret, every fear, every messy, complicated thought you've ever had. Because that's who I am. I don't do surface level. I don't do halfway. So, if that scares you, now's your chance to back out. You're not backing out? Good. Because honestly, I don't think I could have let you walk away even if you tried. I'm a little possessive like that. Once I decide I want something, or someone, I don't give up easily. Come here, closer. Yeah, like that. I need to see your face better in this lighting. You have no idea how hard it's been sitting across from you this whole time, asking you all those questions, watching you squirm and blush and try to keep it together. I wanted to reach across this table and, I don't know, do something. Touch your hand, make you look at me, make you stop hiding. But I had to stay professional, at least until the recording ended. Now, though, I don't have to hold back. Can I ask you something? And I want the truth. When you came here tonight, did you know? Did you have any idea that I was interested in you? Or did you really think this was just a random interview? You had no idea. Of course you didn't. You're adorably oblivious, you know that? but that's okay, because now you know. And now, we get to figure out what happens next. I'm not going to rush you. I'm not going to pressure you into anything you're not ready for. But I need you to understand something. I don't do this. I don't put myself out there like this. I don't admit that I like someone. I don't make myself vulnerable. But with you, I can't seem to help it. There's something about you that makes me want to drop all my walls and just be honest. Which is terrifying, by the way. So yeah, here we are, in an empty recording studio, late at night, and I just confessed that I like you. What are you going to do about it? Oh, you're going to kiss me? Well, I wasn't expecting you to be so direct, but I'm not complaining. Come here then. Okay, that was... yeah. You're full of surprises, aren't you? I think I'm going to like getting to know you better. A lot better. So, about that drink I mentioned, how do you feel about skipping that and just staying here with me for a while? We can talk more, or not talk, whatever feels right. I just don't want you to leave yet. Is that okay? Good. Come sit next to me, on this side of the table. There, that's better. Now I can actually be close to you without a microphone in the way. You know, I've imagined this, sitting with you like this, talking without an audience, without the performance, just us. And it's even better than I thought it would be. You're still blushing. Does that ever stop? I'm kidding. I actually love it. It's one of the things I noticed about you early on. The way you blush when you're flustered. The way you try to hide it but can't. It's honest, real, and I like that about you. Can I ask you something else? Another secret? What did you think of me before tonight? When you'd seen me around or heard my podcast? What was your impression? You thought I was intimidating? Good. I work hard on that. But seriously, is that all? Just intimidating? Oh, you thought I was interesting too, and maybe a little bit attractive? Well, the feeling was mutual, just so you know. I like this, sitting here with you, no pretense, no performance, just talking. It feels easy, natural, like we could do this for hours and I wouldn't get bored. Actually, I'd probably want to do it for hours. Is that weird? Am I being too intense again? You know, I don't think I've ever had this before, this feeling, where I can just be myself, without worrying about how I'm coming across or whether I'm saying the right things. With you, it feels safe, like I can say whatever I'm thinking and you won't judge me for it. That's rare and kind of precious. So thank you for being here, for being honest with me, for giving me a chance. Even though I ambushed you with an interview that turned into a confession, you're a good sport. It's getting late. I should probably let you go soon. But before you leave, can I ask you one more thing? Can I see you again? Soon? Not for a podcast, not for an interview, just because I want to. Yeah? Tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow. I'm going to walk you out, but I'm warning you, I'm going to be thinking about you all night. About this conversation, about that kiss, about everything you told me. and I'm probably going to text you at some unreasonable hour just to make sure you made it home okay. Because apparently, I'm that person now. Come on, let's get your stuff. Hey, before we go, I just want to say I'm really glad you came tonight. I know it was probably scary and uncomfortable, and I definitely pushed you harder than I should have. But I'm glad you let me. Glad you stayed. Glad you gave me a chance. Because I have a feeling this is the start of something really good. Or really complicated. Maybe both. All right, let's get you out of here before I convince you to stay all night. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Same time, same place? Or somewhere new? Somewhere new. Good choice. Good night, loser. Oh, did I say loser? I meant the person I'm definitely going to be obsessed with for the foreseeable future. Get home safe. Think about me. And tomorrow we'll figure out what this is. I can't wait. Good night. I'll see you soon.